What's up, you guys, and welcome back to another video. My name is Alex Travasio. I'm a child photographer and model. So if you already haven't done so, please like and subscribe, and let's get into today's video, you guys. What's up, you guys, and welcome back to another video. So today we're going to be checking out the Great Sand Dunes National Park and Reserve. And I just want to start off this video by saying that the drive out west to southern Colorado from southern Illinois here is amazing. There was a lot of windmills, a lot of windy roads, and beautiful scenic areas going into Colorado. And it was just, I just didn't think it was just beautiful going out west. So anyway, and on my drive there, I saw this horse that was actually racing me. So I thought I'd get a shot of that. So it's just beautiful. And look at this view, you guys. This was right outside the Great Sand Dunes, but just amazing. Like, I couldn't believe how beautiful. Every time I go to Colorado, I'm wowed every single time, again and again. I've been to Colorado 3 different times, and I've never, like, those are the dunes you see in the distance, by the way. So I set up camp. I stayed at a KOA just outside of the Great Sand Dunes, and it was like $30 a night. It wasn't too expensive, not too many things to do or whatnot, but there was just beautiful scenery, you guys. It's just kind of a wilderness area, but I got someone to take a photo of me in the Great Sand Dunes National Park and Preserve sign. You know, I have to be a tourist like everyone else and get a photo, you know what I'm saying? And there was a line, you guys, so I do want to say that you want to get here early, and the walk up to the dunes was just incredible. Like, you don't think too much at first, to be honest. You see them and you're like, wow, that's so vast. But when you actually start walking, you start realizing how immense, and like, you just feel so incredibly small, you guys. I can't even describe it. And I was definitely out of breath. This was in the summertime, so it was getting pretty hot in the daytime, and so there was just a lot of walking. I do want to say that these are the tallest dunes in America. So I think the tallest dune is actually 700 feet, I believe. So that is really tall, you guys. That's where you can see as far as you can see, and you kind of feel like you're up across from the mountains, if that makes any sense. So I thought I'd just sit here after the climb, and this wasn't even the highest climb. That was the highest climb. I think past those points over there, I couldn't do it, you guys. I really couldn't go past any of these areas. Like, I just felt, I don't know, it's a weird feeling. You feel like you're just gonna, like, I don't know, you're by yourself at some point, and then it becomes really quiet. Like, eerily quiet, but just the views are so incredible, you guys. They're breathtaking. This is one of the type of places that you want to go to get engaged, propose, to get great photography, and this place has a lot of great photography opportunities. So let me just say that for those of you who are into photography. So I thought I'd show you guys how it looks in the nighttime. I decided to stay here and actually watch the sunset over the mountain. So that was incredible. And there was quite a few people that were doing it. So I was actually kind of just following other people's lead. They stood at the hood of their cars and got out blankets, and I did the same thing. And I just kind of watched the sunset, you guys. I've never done that before. It was so beautiful, so incredible. Just an amazing experience. And I saw stars. I saw this weird light that was orbiting over the dunes, and it wasn't a drone, it wasn't an airplane, it wasn't a helicopter, none of that, you guys. I don't know what that thing was, but it was very bright, and I just thought I'd get a photo of it to show you guys. I'm not sure till this day what that was, but it was very bright. So anyway, the next morning, me and Pikachu were hanging out. You know, it was my very first trip going really far, so I decided to take Pikachu with me to protect me, you guys. But anyway, all right, guys, so I know this video is shorter than most of my videos, but I do want to say that I definitely want to come back and make a second part to this video here, and I definitely will be coming back this summer, I think, or even in the late spring. So I definitely advise any of you guys to visit the Great Sand Dunes. And like I said, these are the tallest dunes in America, so it is nothing you'll see anywhere else in this country, you know what I'm saying? So even the Sleeping Bear Dunes in Michigan weren't, like, you cannot compare to these dunes here. So anyway, this is the $1 Million Highway, you guys. I believe that's what it's called. One of my former bosses from Walmart told me and routed this route for me. So he's like, you really want to take this route. It's going to be an incredible view. You're going to pass the 4 corners. And he was right about that, you guys. I did pass the 4 corners. I did stop, and it was not open, right? Of course, because it was in the middle of the pandemic. But anyway, there was a lot of stickers that people have pasted on there over the years. And you guys, please don't forget to like and subscribe to this video and my channel. I have a lot of people who have not done so, and stay tuned for the next video, you guys. Thank you very much for watching. I appreciate every single one of you for becoming a member and part of Patreon, you guys. Thank you very much, and I'll see you in the next video. What's up, you guys, and welcome back to another video. My name is Alex Gervasio. I'm a chart photographer and model. So if you already haven't done so, please like and subscribe, and let's get into today's video, you guys. What's up, you guys, and welcome back to episode number 2 from the Wild West tour series. And for today's episode, we're going to be checking out Lake Powell. And I just want to say that the drive to Lake Powell from the Great Sand Dunes from southern Colorado was just amazing, you guys. Look at these rock formations. Like, I'm obsessed with rocks and collecting rocks, so to see rock formations like this, like in person, it's crazy. Like, I couldn't believe my eyes, you know. It's just like so picture perfect. This is all natural, you know, and that's the best thing about nature and the outdoors is you can see beautiful things and experience beautiful places and visit beautiful places, right? All you have to do is look. You know, there's places out there. I mean, look at this rock formation out here. Like, it's just incredible. And the drive into Lake Powell, you're pretty much in a desert and you start seeing the lake from a distance, and then you cross into Utah. So Lake Powell is in the borderline of Utah and Arizona. So I thought I'd throw that out, because driving through the park, you actually drive from Arizona to Utah and vice versa all throughout the park. So this is arriving at the park, you guys. And like I said, I mean, there's just one thing about Lake Powell for me, and it's just like kind of a oasis. You know, you're out in the desert. It's all rock formations everywhere and dry, as you can see, right? And then out of nowhere, there's this huge, beautiful, luscious pool of water. You know, it's just really incredible. They do have, you know, a beach people go to and just enjoy themselves. I wish I would have spent a lot more time here, but I kind of just sat there and just enjoyed the views. Like, I've never seen anything like this. Never. Like, I grew up visiting Florida, you know, and being in the beach, but never seeing a beach and then seeing rock formations on the distance of it. Like, that's incredible to me, you know. That's something that's something like, I imagine seeing this like in Hawaii or something, you know, not out in between the Arizona and Utah desert. So, but anyway, you guys, so I just wanted to show you all these rock formations because I want to show you how beautiful and how huge and vast Lake Powell is. And I wanted to give you a few facts about Lake Powell. So it is the second largest reservoir in the United States. Okay, so that's why this lake, there's many activities, you guys. You can obviously go camping. I stayed here for, I think, only one night, I believe. But you can rent kayaks, you can rent boats, speed boats, right? Jet skis, anything. You know what I'm saying? And sunsets here are like out of this world. It's like the ground glows red, like a reddish brown, and it looks incredible, you guys. It's kind of like the ground matches the sky for a few seconds, you know, while the sun is setting, and then in the distance you can see all the rock formations just starting to fade out. And this was the next morning. So like I said, I only spent one day at Lake Powell, and I don't know why. I wish I would have spent more time here, because it's just incredible, you guys. I feel like you would need at least 3 days to fully enjoy it, you know, and even then you'd still have more to explore. So like I said, it was just incredible. And as the sun was coming up, it was just revealing all these different rock formations and mountains in the background and this and that. So I really like hope that I captured Lake Powell the best that I possibly could. And you know, the only thing I can say about this place is that it's incredible, beautiful. I had an amazing time. I definitely would love to come back. I would definitely love to come back and make a second video, maybe rent a jet ski to go, you know, to explore. You park your jet ski and then you go explore different places and landscapes and this and that. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. And another thing about Lake Powell is it was filled up in the 80s, and it was constructed in the 60s, but it wasn't until the 80s that this became a tourist spot with all sorts of activities for people to do, this and that. And the water is now slowly receding, so I thought I'd mention that. But that's actually, in my opinion, I mean, it creates more places for you to explore, but of course, you know, it's not really good. So anyway, you guys, I really hope you enjoy Lake Powell and this trip there, and I had an incredible time. Don't forget to like and subscribe, you guys. Don't forget to become a subscriber. A lot of you have not done so. Don't forget to become a member. And up next, we have Zion National Park, you guys. So stay tuned for that, okay? And I'll see you in the next video. Thank you. Wow. What's up, you guys, and welcome back to another video. My name is Alex Gervasio. I'm a child photographer and model. So if you already haven't done so, please like and subscribe. And let's get into today's video, you guys. What's up, you guys, and welcome back to episode number 3 of the Wild West tour series. So for today's episode, we're going to be checking out Zion National Park. And so the drive to Zion, you guys, is beautiful. You start seeing the rock formations. And one thing about Zion is there's a highest point. I think it's actually in the whole country, but the highest point is 8,000 feet. And that's insane, you guys. I couldn't even imagine being up 3,000-4,000 feet. So that's just insane. But there's tons of places to explore. This was outside of Zion. I stayed at a KOA about like 15-20 minutes outside of Zion. And the first place we're gonna start off with, you guys, is the Red Cliffs. And this is, again, like I said, about a 5-minute drive from the KOA I was staying at. And I decided to go and, you know, explore this place because I've seen photos online and I've seen even arches in it. So I was like, okay, let me go explore this. So one thing I noticed right away is there's several trails. So you have to be careful. You have to know where you're going. You have to bring plenty of water. But it's very beautiful here. One thing about Zion that I don't think people know is that you're looking at 1,000 different species of plants. Okay, so there's tons of plants, greenery, different things to see. And there's also arches, you guys. So I found this arch and I absolutely had to get a photo inside of it. So as you can see here, it is very picturesque. This is a very good place if you're a photographer. If you're wanting to get some nature photography photos, this is definitely that place to go to. You know, Zion National Park is that girl. You know what I'm saying? So if you want to get photography in, you want to spend at least a few days here because there's tons of trails to explore, tons of rock formations. Like, I wish I just had a limited amount of energy, resources, and time. If I had those 3 things, well, nothing is impossible in life, right? But for me, I would love to explore every single part of Zion National Park. But I know how vast the area is, and some places are actually like not many people can get to places, you know, certain places around the mountains. So anyway, but as you can see here, you guys, the views are incredible. Another thing about this place, about Zion, is you're looking at 270 million old rock formations. So that's how old this place has been around for. And I think the Bible does reference the name Zion many times. And so that's just very interesting to me as well, you know. And the other thing is Zion National Park is Utah's first national park. So it was made into a park back in 1919, I believe. So I think that's just very interesting as well. So this is the drive, you guys, to the actual national park. As you can see, tons of rock formations. Like, I was in heaven because for me, I collect rocks. Every place where I go, I collect rocks. And right before getting to the park, I saw this store where you can go and get a bunch of rocks, geodes, all sorts of stuff. And these were glass stones that you can get, and they were very heavy and very sharp. So, but they also have gloves where you can handle them and stuff like that. So, and this was the next place, you guys. And like I said, many places where you can stop in at Zion. And I wish I would have gotten more time to go through the actual trails, the famous trails that everyone, you know, has seen on the internet and all of that. But I was very much content with just getting photos and just enjoying the views. Like, this is the 360 I got, and it just kind of gives you an idea on how vast the place is. And like, you feel really tiny. You just feel really tiny. Like, sometimes I wish I was just a bird just to fly, and you know, you can soar and see everything, right? Probably, but you know, we're human, so I don't have unlimited resources, energy, and time to just go and explore for days at a time and weeks at a time. Otherwise, that's exactly what I would do. These rock formations, like, you know, I found this actual this place where you can stop and take photos at. So this is where that place was. And I also saw this kind of tunnel looking place, so I thought that was pretty interesting, and I didn't want to go any further because I wasn't sure what was in there. But I also got some really cool shots. So this is outside of the national park, you guys, and You basically, it's like a huge parking lot. It's very, very touristy, very, very busy. So I want to just say that you want to get here early. There's tons of shuttle buses and all sorts of people and people coming and going. So it is definitely a very, very touristy place. I think every year 4.3 million people visit the park. So just a fun fact. And I got some photos by the creek. And one thing I do want to say, you guys, is I got some photos by the creek here. I was actually testing out my gimbal that I had at the time, but we actually got a downpour. So I was out down by that creek and we got a gust of wind that came through. And actually, I couldn't see anything for maybe a minute or so. There was just dust flying all over the place, and I kind of just got out of the creek area, before I got in the water or whatever, fell in the water. But anyway, I cleared everything out because everything was kind of dusty before, and after the rain, everything just kind of cleared out. You can see a lot more out into the distance, and it was just a really nice scene. It's like the clouds were covering the sun, and you can actually see out in the distance a lot more, like I said, because of the cloudiness. So, and I wish I would have spent more time here at Zion National Park, but I do want to come back, and I want to make a second part out of this because there's several places, famous trails where you can go. And I wouldn't go to the Half Dome or anything, but I'm very terrified of heights, you guys. So for me, I'm just happy to see these places from far away and experience these places. So, and this place, the last place that I stopped at this place is called Little Zion, and it's basically like a Western town, and out in the middle of the desert here, and it's right next to the busy highway. So that's why I was able to see it. Otherwise, I wouldn't have ever known that this place was here. But they actually have like a petting zoo type of deal going on, and you can go inside the place, and they have several things you can buy, merch, and you can actually buy some vegetables to feed the farm animals. So that's what I was doing. I was feeding the donkey, I was feeding the goats, I was feeding this horse. And as you can see here, you can look off into the distance and just see all the scenery, and that's just the best thing, you guys. Again, I collect rocks. I'm big into rock formation, so every time I see these photos, I'm like, wow, I can't believe I was there, So you guys, once again, I wish I would have spent more time here, and I'm really glad that I actually stopped and took photos and kind of just checked the place out because it was really cute and just really, I don't know, it was just kind of warming to see all the animals and in the natural setting like that. So it was just kind of really beautiful. So anyway, after that, I went back to the KOA, kind of just sat down, just chilled out, rested my feet. Like, I did so much hiking and exploring that after that I just wanted to relax. I didn't get to shower because they didn't have hot water for some reason, or some water issues. So I was like, okay, whatever. They had told me about it when I arrived at the KOA, and they're like, is it a deal breaker? Do you want to stay? And I was like, I'm tired. I just want to set up my camp. I don't care. I'll shower the next day. So I really could have used a shower probably, but it was whatever. I just wanted to relax and just kind of continue my trip and this expedition. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this trip of Zion National Park in this episode. And the next episode, you guys, is going to be Sedona, Arizona. We're going to be checking out Sedona and all of its beautiful, beautiful features. So don't forget to subscribe, you guys. Don't forget to become a member and join Patreon. And I'll see you guys in the next episode. Thank you, guys. What's up, you guys, and welcome back to another video. My name is Alex Travasio. I'm a travel photographer and model. So if you already haven't done so, please like and subscribe, and let's get into today's video, you guys. What's up, you guys, and welcome back to episode number 4 of the Wild West tour series. And for today's episode, we're going to be checking out Sedona, Arizona. And I just want to say that I was kind of shocked when I came here. I was expecting kind of just mountains, bare, like not too much, but like mountains and rocks and stuff like that. But Sedona is actually very lush, with greenery and plants and shrubs all over the place. So that's one thing I do want to say. And I was also pleasantly surprised on how elevated the whole entire area is. And I believe Sedona is elevated, I believe it's like 1,000 feet or more. I could be wrong. So, but with that being said, that's why you're able to get a lot of beautiful views and One thing that was interesting for me is, as busy as it was and how many people there was around this area, like hiking and just walking along the trails, it was very secluded too, you guys. Like there was a point to where, I mean, for like a good half hour, I didn't see anybody. I didn't hear anybody walking around, nothing like that. So it was, I was a little nervous at sometimes because, like I said, the thing about Sedona is, if you get far enough, everything starts to look the same. So you can get turned around very quickly. And that's why I didn't really want to go too far. But I just wanted to show you guys the views here of the rock formations. So one thing I want to say is there is several energy vortex areas here in Sedona. And that's what Sedona is mainly known for, is the energy vortex areas. The hot spots, for the energy vortex. And a lot of people experience basically just a little bit of a tingling sensation. You can also experience a little bit of a vibration on the ground. It's very, very light, very subtle. It's not like you're gonna feel the whole ground vibrate and you're gonna see a beam of light just shoot up into the sky or something. It's not like that. It's just something, you can't really explain it. It's just a lot of positive energy from what I feel like. And speaking of people, I did see a few people, but like I said, it is not as heavily trafficked as Zion National Park, but there's several people who walk along the trail. So you just want to keep that in mind, you guys, and always be respectful. I don't like to ever videotape anybody when I'm, recording or taking photography. And I came up to this area where it's kind of flat and you can get a look. It's like an overlook of all the different rock formations here in Sedona. And I just, again, you guys, I was like in heaven. This is heaven to me. Like, just seeing, I've only seen these type of rock formations like at movies, like movies that they just happen to film out west, or music videos, right? But to see it in person, I don't know. And there was this energy that I did feel, and I can't really describe it, but it was just, I don't know. It's just very, very, very high charged, energetic feeling that I got from there. I just feel like I could have just kept on exploring without getting tired. I don't even remember bringing a lot of water with me there, which you should always do because it does get pretty hot here as well. There's nothing but desert around you and mountains. So, with that being said, you're exposed out in the sun, the elements. So it does get hot pretty quickly. So that's why, I had just, eventually I just took my shirt off and I just did my thing. And I was just enjoying and feeling all the energy, you guys. I mean, you just look around you and everything looks so like magical. That's how I described Sedona, Arizona. It's just very, very magical, very, very positively charged energy around you, and there's a lot of views you can get, tons of different photography opportunities to get here, that's for sure. And even weddings, proposals, I mean, whatever, and this was on another separate location. This was on another trail, and you basically are right beneath the red cliffs you see up there. Okay, and you guys, one thing I wanted to say is basically the reason why Sedona looks so red, it has something to do with like the minerals, but basically the surface of the cliff rusts, making it red, making it turn red. So that's what it is. And I think the more rain, right, the more red it would become or look afterward. And I'd really like to come back and explore Sedona, maybe go visit different places. I know there's tons of more trails, tons of different views, but this is just on my way back to the KOA. I decided to stop at a random place where you can see this overlook. And again, you guys, just everywhere you go in Sedona, there's just tons of rock formations, tons of views and scenery and this and that. So the other thing I want to say is I have this vivid memory that I remember, but basically that night I was at my KOA. I was having a fire for a few hours, went inside, this and that. But you guys, I went inside pretty late, like around 11, almost midnight. And I just remember this was the moon, actually, what you see right here. But when I went inside my tent, I seen this flash, this huge shiny flash of light, and then it just faded. It just went away quickly. And I was inside my tent, and I remember, you guys, I was so scared, but I was like, I don't know what the hell that was, but I just wanted to share that with you guys. You guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Next, we're going to be going down towards the south rim of the Grand Canyon, and I You know, one thing I will say, you guys, let me say this. I didn't know that the Grand Canyon was so huge and vast, and for some reason I thought you could just drive down from the north to the south in one day and get photos, and I was wrong. Okay, but anyway, this is just the south rim, and I wasn't even like I was barely like an hour into the south rim part, you know. But I decided to get these photos. I had several views, several places to get beautiful photos. I wanted to show you guys these rock formations here up close, and how, I mean, look how beautiful that looks, you guys. It's like perfect. I mean, however they're aligned, those rock formations, they just look very perfect. And I found this area where it looks like it's like a reservation type of deal going on. For some reason, you were not allowed to fly drones in this area, so there's $1,000 fine. I don't know if that's true or just somebody just made that sign, but I didn't want to get fined, so I definitely didn't fly my drone, even though I would have gotten some amazing shots if I would have done so. But I, you know, again, I like to be respectful, especially I think this area was like a reserve because it was houses, and so there could have been like some type of Indian reserve over there. I did see these cute dogs. So I just kind of, you know, I was like, do they need help or something? But I think they were a pack because there was like three of them. They were just running around together. So I was like, okay, I'll just let them be, you know. And so you guys, I hope you really enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe. I definitely will be coming back to Sedona. I definitely want to come back and get some more shots, amazing photos. And the next place we're going to be exploring on this Western tour series, you guys, is going to be Copper Cactus Ranch. Okay. And I've been here twice already, and I have lots of content coming for you guys. So stay tuned. Okay. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Please like and subscribe. Join as a member, you guys. Join as Patreon. Okay. Thank you guys. I appreciate you very much. Mwah. And I'll see you guys on the next episode, which is going to be the Copper Cactus Ranch. Okay. Hello, how are you doing this evening? So I just thought we'd take a break from the series and for me to tell you that if you want exclusive content, don't forget to join Patreon. If you want exclusive content, don't forget to subscribe to OnlyFans. Thank you very much. Don't forget to become a member, like and subscribe, and let's get back to this series. Mwah. What's up, you guys, and welcome back to another video. My name is Alex Travasio. I'm a child photographer and model. So if you already haven't done so, please like and subscribe, and let's get into today's video, you guys. What's up, you guys, and welcome back to episode number 5 of the Wild West Tour series. So for this episode, we're going to be checking out Copper Cactus Ranch, and this is an all-male clothing optional campground just basically between south of Phoenix, and you're in between Phoenix and Globe, Arizona. So you guys, the drive there to the ranch is very, very beautiful, very scenic. I've never seen like, you know, saguaros like this, you know, very, very tall. Like, I've never seen any type of scenery like this. I'm from the Midwest, you know, so I was just very wild when I got there. And when you arrive, there's a gate. Usually it's closed, but, you know, sometimes they don't really mind if you leave it open, but I usually let them know. So anyway, the first rule, you guys, when I get to camp is you get unclothed, get undressed. After you set up camp, you know, you put your feet up and you just relax, take everything in. One thing I will say, and the best thing about Copper Cactus Ranch for me, is simply the scenery and the feeling you get being out in the foothills of the Superstition Mountains. You're basically, you know, again, you're in the foothills, so you're in like in a bowl type of deal, right? And all around you there's mountains, so it's just a very, very beautiful scenic campground, you know. And you guys, I want to introduce you to Cooper. He became my best friend and he was really, you know, always around me or near me, especially at night, you know, stuff like that. He is the campground protector, and you know, it's just my best friend, so I want to introduce him to you guys. So look at this, you guys. The scenery, this is why I love this place. I mean, look, that's you don't get views like this anywhere else, you know, other than maybe West Virginia where there's mountains, but not mountains like this. You know, this is insane. And like everywhere you look, there's plants, there's rock formations. There are several trails. This is one of them. You can just hike all along, but you can take walkie-talkies along with too. They usually advise you to take walkie-talkies along, you know, just to be safe. But anyway, you guys, so this is another trail, and this is leading up to the outdoor showers and restrooms. And this is also Elephant Rock. That rock formation you see back there is called Elephant Rock. So they do have like two different outdoor showers, I believe. They have another one by the pool. And then you have the ones that I showed you just now. And this is the campsite area where usually people tent camp. And I've been here, like I said, once in 2020, and it was only me camping in there. So, and you guys, I met a guy who came out of town, and he basically made this for me. So it resembles a scorpion, right? But it's made out of a type of plant that grows out in the desert and basically looks, like makes it look like a scorpion when you put it together. But you guys, as you can see, the views are insane here. Like the moon is shining so bright, so beautifully, and everything is just so, I don't know, it's like at night, your senses get heightened definitely a lot more, because the desert becomes more quiet. So with that being said, it's just, the light ambience just really creates this romantic type of vibe, and like you can see here, the whole entire campground is pretty much lit up. Out in the, in the mountains, they do have a few lights and this and that. So it looks really beautiful. And look how bright the moon is, you guys. This is why I say, like, here, there really is no place like this. I've been many, many places all over the country, and I'll say this area in Arizona is one of the places where the moon shines the brightest. So, but you guys, here the next morning, I just kind of relaxed. Like I said, the views here, this is why I come. This is my favorite view to begin with, because it's just like the rock. And then once the sunshine hits later in the video, you'll see why it's my favorite and why it looks so beautiful. So, and you guys, as you can see, it's very vast. They do have a large amount of property here, so you can take hiking trails all along and do your thing. Like I said before, one thing they advise is for you to take a walkie-talkie just in case. There are, rattlesnakes and this and that. I've never seen one, but we will get into that maybe later on this episode. So you guys, the next morning, I caught Cooper. I went outside and he was barking at this cow that snuck into the property from the neighbor's property.
How dare you? Oh my God.
And which, it may be cute and funny, right? But they actually do damage. They destroy, they destroy the stuff on the ground. They trample all over things. They do things that they're not supposed to be doing. So it's not good, but basically Cooper ended up getting him out of the property and chasing him out. So, he doesn't do anything to them. He just chases them out, that's all. So anyway, you guys, I just did my thing. And, what's funny is, like I said before, is everywhere I seem to turn, a few moments later or an hour later, there's Cooper. He would always just be right next by my side, and I decided to do a photo shoot with him. Look at this, you guys. I mean, look at that face. And he gave me kisses. And you guys, he's just the sweetest dog. Like, I don't know. It's so weird because it's like, I don't really see he's got such a soul, a beautiful soul that I've never seen before in a dog. Like, it's almost like he's human. I don't know. It's so weird, it's just like a beautiful aura he's got, so. And you guys, the next day, or I'm sorry, that same afternoon, I decided to go for a swim. And that's one thing everyone will say when they come and camp here is, what's funny is, I just tell people, because I've made videos or whatever, right? Made posts on Instagram, and people are like, oh, how are you keeping cool? And isn't it really hot there? And it's like, well, yeah, I went in the middle of June when it was 120 heat index. So that's exactly why I was in that pool just about every few hours, you guys. So I definitely love to swim. So I honestly was loving that, because usually when you go swimming elsewhere, you get out the pool and it's kind of cool or even cold, right? But not here in Arizona, in the desert. You get out the water and it is freaking hot. You dry out and then you want to get right back in that water. So I was just taking it all in. And you guys, one thing I do want to say is, you tell me in the comments below where there's a place where you can go swimming like this and there's views like this. I'll wait. I'll give you an hour. So you guys, again, there's nowhere else like Copper Cactus Ranch. Period. That's on period. I know Sawmill is voted America's favorite LGBTQ campground and resort, but in my opinion, it's Copper Cactus Ranch. Period. The hospitality, you guys, I want to say, I forgot to mention that they do have several cabins. They've got also tents that you can rent out. So if you don't want to stay in a cabin, that's fine. I mean, they're really, really cute and they're really small and modern. And then they also have tents that you can rent out. Or you can also stay in the lofts. You know, they do have a lodge where you can stay at where you have your air conditioner, you have beautiful views of the mountains. So that's, that this is not an endorsement of any kind. I've just simply love this place, and I don't care to, say that because, Bobby and Rich have just been very, very beautiful to me. You guys, their hospitality was just so beautiful and immense. We usually have conversations and how I'm doing and this and that and where I'm at in life and this or where they're at in life, and this is a place of healing. So I definitely want to say that is when you come here, you're coming here to relax, to just let everything go. We all live in a world where we all deal with things. And sometimes it's pretty heavy. Sometimes you might be coming through to a crossroads in your life where you're starting a new job. Maybe you moved. Maybe you're going through divorce. I don't know, but so you guys, I don't know what happened here. Let me show you here. But I seem to have injured my foot a little bit somehow. I don't know if something might have maybe maybe bit me. I'm not sure. It could have just been like a fire ant. I don't know. But anyway, I had a little bite there. So everything was fine. I was just monitoring it. And I came across this praying mantis. And I usually somehow always come across a praying mantis, usually on my chair or on my lunch bag. This happened to me in Missouri. This happened to me, I forgot where else. But I decided to get a photo of this praying mantis, a few photos, and look at it, you guys. It was just staring back at me like, hi. So that morning I headed out to Phoenix, and on my way there I saw this dust devil, you guys, and I just had to get some photos because I was so mesmerized. I mean, again, I've never seen a dust devil. I spent that much time in Arizona to see one, so it was just crazy. And I ended up going to this juice bar, this place that has you can get natural juice from in downtown. But anyway, I went to Civic Space Park, you guys, and it was so beautiful. I guess at night this place lights up, this whole thing, this structure lights up. So I would have loved to come here at night, but I definitely don't like driving at night, especially through the desert like that. So I came here in the day, and there was very few people around, which kind of surprised me because it's kind of a beautiful place. You're dead smack in the middle of downtown Phoenix. And also, I will say that I now thought about it, and it's like, well, it was really, really hot around this time. So, with that being said, there wasn't too many people out but me. So you guys, the next stop I headed out to was a place called Hunt's Tomb. And it took me a while to find this place because you just have to kind of know where you're going. So it took me a while. I got turned around twice. So anyway, I finally got to the place here. And this is Arizona's first governor, where he entombed his wife when she passed. And when he passed, he was entombed here as well. And so was her family, I believe. So, yeah, it's just pretty cool history to know. And the views here are amazing. You're near the airport as well. And like I said, you guys, this is just outside of Phoenix, Arizona. So the views here, again, are just incredible. And this was just outside of a golfing course, I think. And then there's also a garden way off in the distance, I believe, here too. So it was just really beautiful to see this oasis in the middle of the desert like this. So I just really, really highly encourage you guys to go check out these places and just do your research. I mean, that's what I did, just did my research before I went to go check it out. So here we have a view of Elephant Rock, you guys. This is what Elephant Rock from another view. And after that, I just headed back to the campground and got some food. One thing I'll say is that they have several different things, lots of many choices, you guys. And I had the chicken strips and onion rings, which were amazing. Shout out to Rich. Rich is, I believe, the one who usually cooks, but he does a really really good job, you guys, and he knows how to do it well. You know what I'm saying? He puts love and he puts a lot of love into what he does. So just want to give a shout out to Bobby and Rich again, you guys. They really make my stay, they really made my stay just extra welcoming. So I do want to say that. And as you guys see, look at this, you guys. Once again, I this is on period, but there's nowhere else like this place. Nowhere. And this is the lodge I was saying here, you guys. So here you can see those windows. Those are all rooms you can rent, and you can stay in for the night or a few days if you'd like, or even longer, you know. So there's people who have stayed here for like about a week or even more. So, and that's because of this, you guys. Look at that. I mean, who wouldn't want to stay in a place like this? You know, this is just incredible. There's several trails, you guys. They have several trails all along their property. So what you see is just the beginning of like, you know, there's trails that go all along those mountains, all the way up those mountains. And I believe that's still most of their property. So, I mean, that's just insane. Could you imagine that? Like, you know, and this time around, I will say that the second time, which was this time, I didn't do too much of a crazy hiking, you know. But the first time I went with a few people, and that was really fun because we really went out kind of far, and it was a lot more safer that way because I was with people versus just doing it on my own like this. And like I said, it's beautiful and everything and freeing, but you guys, you just want to always be careful and be safe. Be very, very safe, okay? So you guys, after all that hiking, I just decided to put my feet up, relax, you know what I'm saying? Enjoy more views. Look at this. Like I said, I mean, literally anywhere you're at, you guys, anywhere you're at, you get views. Whether you're at the pool, whether you're up in the mountains, whether you're in your room, you look out your window and you see views. And the moon here is visible a lot of the times because it's just that, I don't know, it's like I feel like the sky is just more clear and more bright, and you're just closer to the sky. You know, that's how I'll describe being here in this area. So, and what I do best is model. You know, you guys, one thing I will say is I love photography, and that's what usually keeps me amped up. Is sometimes I know some people have asked me in the past, are like, oh, like how do you do all that you do, or you travel and you do this and that? Like that takes up a lot of effort, and that does take a lot of effort. But seeing all this, you know, and going to place to place and then seeing different views and just beautiful views like this, and realizing how vast and how huge this world is, you know, this country specifically. But also, you guys, the more you travel, the more you start realizing how smaller the world is. I don't know, it's weird. It's such a weird, it's like a contradictory thing, right, to say, but that's just how it feels sometimes for me. So look how vast the area is, you guys. Like I said, one thing about this place is at nighttime, I wanted to show you here in this video, but at nighttime, like, you know, it's kind of crazy because like the desert comes alive in a way of like an artistic way, basically, you know, and there's lighting in places where you wouldn't even, you're like, how did they get lights up there? Yeah, it's so beautiful. And I will say that you'll never catch me wandering or hiking around this time or past this time because, again, you're out in the desert. So essentially you're near the wilderness, and, you know, again, I don't ever want to run into or see any wildlife or anything that would freak me out, like I don't know. You know, it just, again, you guys, so you have to be safe. You have to think about these things. You don't want to sit here and go hiking and then wonder why it's getting dark and you're still in the mountains. Well, you probably shouldn't have been hiking that late in the day. You know what I mean? So that's just, it is what it is. You just want to be careful, you guys. Okay. And I wanted to show you this other view, you guys, of the mountains here as the sun was setting. And again, just beautiful views, you guys. And of course, once nighttime comes, the desert comes alive. Very much alive. Once again, you guys, I will say this, and I have to keep on saying this, but a lot of you guys watching this video and any other episode and live on my YouTube channel have not subscribed. So please, you guys, please, please, please subscribe and like this video. Okay, become a member as well. So more views of the desert at night. And one thing I will say is I did not sleep in my tent one single night the whole time I was here, you guys. I did not, because it was so hot at night. It was still like about 90 something, like 90 or 80 something. Very hot, like just, heat exhaustion and all of that is no joke. And you definitely don't want to experience that. It's definitely not it's not very good, you guys, and it's very dangerous to do so. So I asked the owners, I definitely asked Bobby and Rich if I can if I can sleep in the, basically, like in the couches, which is usually just a hangout area, but they were nice enough to let me do that, so I don't stay in my tent and be miserable. I wouldn't have been able to sleep at night. Like, I just, being from the Midwest, and especially from Chicago, it's like at night I'm used to being cold, kind of, little chilly, and here it just doesn't happen, especially when you come in the middle of June, in the middle of a of a heat wave, basically. So with that being said, you guys, I just want to show you these photos of how beautiful the desert looks at night, and that's why I say that there's no other place like this. There just really isn't. And the other thing I want to say is, if you're a photographer and you're into videography, specifically a YouTuber like myself, this is definitely that place. You have an unlimited amount of options, right? For photography or even videography. Like, it's just insane. So you guys, so the next day I sat here, and so usually what I did is every morning I sat here and enjoyed my morning coffee, and there's just no better way to start your day like this, and I felt very, very much spoiled, I'll be honest, because I'm not sure if I stated this in this episode yet, but I stayed here for about 2 weeks, you guys, and I honestly did not want to go back home. I did not want to go back home. If I had my cat with me, I probably would have stayed here for another week. And I do want to say that at this time, I was not working, because I was coming off of unemployment from when I used to work at Walmart years ago. And I basically was also living off of a few savings that I had, thankfully, and this and that. So I was just definitely, I remember that time, because I said to myself, I'm like, I'm going to take advantage of this. I will. And I definitely am. And I did. I would like to thank Walmart for firing me and giving me the opportunity to travel. Thank you. I originally had planned to stay here for only a week, but I stayed here for 2 whole weeks, you guys. Probably a little bit longer. I just definitely did not want to leave. Like, so once again, you guys, me and Cooper are having another photo shoot. Like I said before, he became my best friend, and I don't know, I just felt really spiritually connected. I can't even talk. Bloopers. I'm not going to edit this out. It's just going to stay right where it's at. So look at that face, you guys. I mean, come on. How could you not love a face like that? Seriously, right? So the next day, you guys, I decided to head out, and I decided to go explore Seguro National Park. So once again, as I said before, the drive in and out of the campground is just so beautiful. And this was directly south of the campground. And once again, I ran into another dust devil, but this one was much bigger, you guys, and I was definitely closer this time. So I got photos, and I didn't even go out of my way. Like, I just happened to come across it, and it was pretty big. Like, I can't imagine being close to that. I'd be a little nervous. They can pick up a few things I read online, and they're very, very calming here in Arizona. So, and especially in the desert. So, and here we are, you guys, Seguro National Park. I've never been here before. I've seen so many beautiful photos online, and I've never seen Seguro this close. And I was just wild, you guys. And one thing I want to say again is, around this time when I went, the heat index was about 120, 130 this day. This day was probably like about the hottest, which, of course, right, I would just go out hiking, right? But I was also very careful, you guys. My car was having a very hard time keeping the air cold, that I do remember. And I drink a lot of water, you guys. I had that bag full of water, so and you just have to keep hydrated, you guys. But there was nobody else but another person on the trail, so you know, that just tells you that there was nobody out that day because it was just super super hot. But the area was just so beautiful, so vast. I can't imagine how far this, you know, like the trails go. But I came across all these different types of cacti and just different plants. And some of these plants, you guys, some of these cacti you see here are dangerous. They will jump at you. I read online, so you have to be very careful, and don't just think you could just pose like this pose next to a cacti like you can next to a saguaro like I did in that photo, because some plants you can't do that, okay? Just so, I don't know if you guys are aware of that. I wasn't aware until somebody told me after I took all these photos, and I was like, oh, thanks for the tip after the fact, you know. So after that, you guys, I got some sushi, some California rolls, and this is the hot tub, you guys. So they do have a hot tub, but of course it is way too hot to be there. And I think the first time that I came here, I still got in very briefly, but there was nobody in that hot tub. And you guys, for some reason, I injured my foot for some reason, and I showed you, as I showed you earlier in the video, seems like it's gotten worse. So I was keeping an eye on my foot, because it wasn't like hurting, it wasn't like itching or anything, it just didn't look good. You know, and it looked more like a burn of some sort, I don't know, but I felt fine. It's not like I don't know, so I'm not sure what that was, but I was just kind of monitoring my foot to make sure that nothing was wrong. And I do what I do best, you guys. Just hang out. When you're here, you do absolutely nothing. That's what this place is meant for. So I hung out. I bought some coconut water. I put some real coconut pieces in there, some ice, and I sat down and just chilled out, you guys. Okay, if you come here, if you do this, tell me that there's nothing better than that feeling. Just nice cold coconut water, and you're feeling hydrated, and you're just sitting there enjoying all the beautiful scenery, just time to yourself. Again, you guys, I guarantee you, if you come here, you're gonna absolutely love it. One thing I will say is that the parking is limited, so it's not like you can park right up next to your cabin or wherever you're gonna be renting, okay? So that I will say, but you know, hopefully in the future they can, you know, maybe make it a little bit more larger, you know, just a parking area. But it does get filled up pretty quickly, so that's why I say that, because it does get filled up pretty quickly. So, and of course, you wouldn't go to Arizona without seeing a rattlesnake, right, you guys? So I was glad that I didn't see it myself. Actually, what happened is somebody saw it. I think one of the managers was cleaning, or somebody was cleaning, and they saw it behind a hot tub. So, you know, it was hiding back there, so they were able to get it out and relocate it, because it's very, very, very dangerous to have a rattlesnake anywhere near people, you guys. So they definitely took it out far, very far. You know what I'm saying? They grabbed the four-wheeler and just took it out far and relocated it. So, and you guys, so this is Cooper once again, enjoying himself, and just I was bothering him at this point, because I was just, you know, like every time I saw him, I was just recording him. So I hope I have your permission to put you on this video, Cooper. Okay. And you guys, if you end up going to Copper Cactus Ranch, I want you to please take a photo with Cooper, and I want you to do a hashtag Cooper. And you can tag me in it as well. So you guys don't forget to follow me on Instagram. It's Alex Gervasio, okay? I have all the links to all my social media platforms on this description and every other video, okay? So I decided to go take a hike. And as you can see here, you guys, that's why I keep on saying there's no other place like this. And I recommend, you know, so there's two things. Don't go too far when you do this, but I do recommend to go hiking just about an hour before sunset, an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours, just to be safe, and just soak it all in, you guys. Take it all in, but don't go far. That's near sunset. Don't say that I said so and then get lost. And then no, Alex didn't say nothing. Alex said you should, but don't go far at all. This is actually not far from the lodge, you guys. if you face the camera to the left, you'll see that the previous view was the lodge, and that's where I'm at. So I'm not far at all here. And I was also careful to do that. And I was only wearing these boots because I definitely didn't want to come across any like snakes or anything like that, being out in the desert and in the Arizona mountains like this. So, but anyway, you guys, every time I come here, I just feel so alive. I feel so freeing. I don't know. I just feel like I can't, I just feel like there's nothing that I can't do. You know what I'm saying? And there's just no other better feeling like that. And the other thing I will say is, I don't remember this from my last trip, but there's also lots of beautiful plants, and just the way they did the landscaping around here, you guys, it's just getting better and better and just so beautiful. So that's one thing I want to say is, I don't know if I just didn't notice too much last time or spend too much time here, but every time I come, I feel like it's just more beautiful and more picturesque, you know. And here I just wanted to show you how it looks at night. Very, very lit up, as you can see here. And it's almost like even the sky gets lit up by all the lights here on the desert, you guys, and especially from the moon. So here I want to show you these photos because I took these actually on my first trip, but I wanted to put them on this trip because I wanted to show you guys how beautiful it can look out here, you guys, and how beautiful your photos can look as well. So again, if you're into photography, you're gonna absolutely love this place, especially at night, because the photo opportunities are so immense. Like, you just have so many opportunities. So you guys, I really hope you enjoyed this episode of the Copper Cactus Ranch, and I hope you're enjoying this whole Wild West tour series. You guys, I put in a lot of time and effort into every single episode, and much love and thought. So with that being said, is I really hope you guys enjoyed this experience coming to Copper Cactus Ranch with me. I hope you guys please can become a member here on YouTube. And if you already haven't done so, you guys, please like and subscribe. And for the next episode, you guys, episode 6 is going to be San Diego / Black Beach. So we're going to be going over to California, you guys. And let me say, it was pretty hot.
But why you so obsessed with me? Boy, I wanna know. Lying that you're in me when everybody knows. It's clear that you're obsessed with me. Oh.
And I actually passed a place called North Algodon's Dunes. And there are sand dunes that are just very, very vast, very, very beautiful. And I thought this was white sand, but then I remembered that I was not in New Mexico. So, you know, but you guys, please like and subscribe. Please, please, please. I'm trying to get to 6,000 subscribers by the end of February. So I need your guys' help, okay? And like I said, next we're going to be exploring San Diego, California, and then Black Beach, you guys. So please stay tuned. And thank you guys for watching. Mwah. Thank you guys. I'll see you in the next episode. What's up, you guys, and welcome back to another video. My name is Alex Travasio. I'm a chart photographer and model. So if you already haven't done so, please like and subscribe, and let's get into today's video, you guys. What's up, you guys, and welcome back to another episode of the Wild West Tour series. So for episode 7, we're going to be checking out San Diego, La Jolla specifically, and then we're going to be checking out Black Beach, nudist beach in California. So you guys, I just want to start off by saying that I hope you enjoyed the Copper Cactus Ranch episode, the first one, and then the deluxe version as well. And like I stated in the deluxe version, you know, I was here for my mom's wedding. So after, I only went to Copper Cactus Ranch for like 2 days, and then I was on my way to California because I needed to be there at a specific time to walk my mom down the aisle. But the drive there, you guys, was so beautiful. I kind of skimmed like the very southern tip of Arizona and kind of California too, so that was a little bit sketchy for me, but everything was fine. The reason I say that is because before all this, I was driving near the, like, not too far from the Mexican border. I mean, not, anyway, it was just kind of sketchy in some parts. So anyway, I was glad to be coming back west and north, be driving northwest at this point. So anyway, so this is driving to California, you guys, which is so, so beautiful. And like I stated before, I was here solely for my mom's wedding and to walk her down the aisle, you know, so that's why I was going to be spending some time here in San Diego, California. And then, like I said, after this, we're going to be checking out Black's Beach as well. Okay. So you guys, this was me arriving at San Diego, California, and I just couldn't believe the views. Like, they were just so beautiful. Like, you couldn't, I think people have filmed movies here before, definitely. So, I mean, I can see that too, I mean, look at these coastlines. I mean, it's just incredible. So hopefully you guys enjoyed those sounds of La Jolla, and it was actually kind of funny the way the sea lions, I think they're called, right, were just just laying out in the sun and just making all this kind of commotion and noise, and everyone was just kind of watching them. And and this is the other area, you guys. This is actual the Jolla Beach, the actual beach where people can go swimming and all that. One thing I noticed is, I don't know why, but I mean, I guess with them being sea lions around, is there was like a certain type of smell that it's kind of like I don't know, like fishy type of smell, like all over the place. And I think that's because of the sea lions. So, I don't know about like getting in the water and going swimming and all of that, but I mean, it was just really nice to still be by the seashore. And so see how close they are, you guys. I didn't want to get too close because you have to be respectful to marine life and anything else. And this is me and my mom. We're getting some photos, and you guys, I did set up camp, and then I actually went ahead and went back to camp, and I spent the night at the campground because, again, I really love this campground. So I didn't spend the night at La Jolla with my mom the first night, but the second morning I kind of just spent enjoyed my time. And I wanted to give her the space, with her soon-to-be husband and her friends. So I thought, I could just enjoy myself in the morning and this and that. That's what I did at Olive Dale Ranch the next morning, and I kind of did some little bit of stretching and just enjoying. And this was a hummingbird that it was funny because I've never been this close to a hummingbird, and it just came right up against the tent. I'm not really sure what it was doing. I think looking for food. I don't know. But it was just funny, you guys, and really beautiful. I've never been this close to a hummingbird, and I was able to get this shot for slow motion. So hopefully this doesn't look too blurry for you guys. But I mean, that's amazing. I mean, you guys, one thing I want to say is all this footage and every single video I've made is indeed with an iPhone. So I shot this back with I think it was like an iPhone 14 Pro Max, which I'm not sure if it's 14 or 13, but now I have the 14 Pro Max, so I try to upgrade. And, being that I am a full-time YouTuber, I definitely have to upgrade because I have to make sure that I have the best quality on my phone, right? Since I use it for work. So, but anyway, you guys, so after all that, you know, like I said, I went back to La Jolla area to San Diego, and we got ready for the wedding. So I didn't want to put in any clips of the wedding at all, like I said in the previous deluxe version, but I wanted just to kind of give you guys an insight on how it was, right, and bring you along with me on a journey. But we spent the night at this hotel, and her friend had an extra room, so I stayed with her. And so the wedding itself was just so beautiful. I walked my mom down the aisle, and they got married at the beach. And while they were getting their photos and this and that done, I went ahead and just enjoyed myself. And like I said, you guys, I love the beach, you know, and I love nature, hiking, all of that. So I took that time to just kind of come here, and there's a lot of people that come around too. So it's very heavily trafficked in, you know, and I did get some really cool photos, you guys. So I'm trying to see if I can, I don't know where to put my photography at to make it available so I can start selling posters and stuff like that. But anyway, so here are the shorelines, you guys, and look how beautiful it is. This is why La Jolla is just an incredible place to come and visit, to get some amazing photos. Like I said, there is a beach where you can go swimming, all of that, several restaurants, you guys. And next, we're going to be heading to Black's Beach, you guys. So I wanted to bring you on this adventure. So hope you guys are ready to explore Black's Beach. So one fact I learned about Black's Beach that I didn't know before, it's the first, I believe the first legal beach in the USA. So here in America, and it is clothing optional. So the northern part of the beach is clothing optional. And what I love about Black's Beach, well, for one, the views. I mean, look at that, you guys. You're walking down the cliffs, basically, down to the beach, and there's several ways to get down. You can walk down the cliff itself, but I did that the first time, and it was, I was terrified, you guys. I had to get somebody to walk in front of me, and I had to follow them as my guide because I couldn't do it myself, and I'm terrified of heights, and I didn't know any better. I didn't understand that it was going to be as scary as it was. But you know, I'm glad that I went and checked it out. So you guys, so here I wanted to show you how the beach looks. And I don't know why they call it Black's Beach. I believe it's because of the sand. It does resemble like kind of a black sand, I guess. I don't know, but anyway, you know, as you can see here, it's very, very beautiful. You know, one thing I will say is that the waves are really, really strong. I believe I read online that there's 2 riptides that are constantly here at Black's Beach. So you do have to be careful, you guys. You have to be an experienced swimmer or surfer in order to be swimming in these waters, because they're really rough. And being that they're by the cliffs, you know, I don't know if that's why, you know, but anyway. So, but it was just so beautiful, you guys. I really, really enjoyed my time at Black's Beach. There's just nothing else like it. I've never been to a nudist beach before, so I would assume this is how it feels like at any nudist beach, you know, whether, I know there's some in Florida. So anyway, but look at this, you guys. I could have just stood here for hours and just enjoyed it, but actually, in reality, I was just passing by this morning on my way back to Cactus Ranch. But I wanted to show you this view, you guys. So that's it. That's the cliff I'm talking about. You walk down there, and let me tell you, aside from the cliff views being amazing and all of that, right, as you can see even behind me, you guys, it is extremely scary. So please bring the right footwear, because you want, you know, one thing I want to say is going down the cliffs, there's parts where they're not very stable. A few pieces of like the mountain kind of come down. So, I mean, that happened to me. Like, I don't know, you guys. It's just super scary, super scary. So you want to be careful. And I had an incredible time here, an incredible experience. Even to walk back to the car. I mean, look at these views, you guys. That's insane. And then there's people parasailing all around you. So it's just a really, really beautiful thing. And one thing I don't miss about California are the gas prices. $6.39. You guys, that's insane. Here in Illinois, the gas prices were like $4 at that time. I think $3. So yeah, that's a big difference, you guys. Almost a double in cost of gas than in California. So you guys, after all of that, I basically went back to the Olive Dell Ranch, which is a nudist resort. It's actually a naturist resort, which naturist means, you know, families as well. So you guys, please like and subscribe to this video. I hope you enjoyed this episode. And next, we're going to be checking out Olive Dell Ranch, okay, for the 8th episode, you guys. And just know that I have tons of more content coming after the Wild West tour series. We have 2 more episodes coming, so stay tuned, you guys. And I'll see you in the next video. Mwah. Thank you guys, and thank you to all the members, you guys. I appreciate you very much, okay? What's up, you guys, and welcome back to another video. My name is Alex Travasio. I'm a child photographer and model. So if you already haven't done so, please like and subscribe, and let's get into today's video, you guys. What's up, you guys, and welcome back to episode 8 of the Wild West Tour series. So for today's episode, we're going to be checking out Olive Dell Ranch, and this is a naturist resort up in the mountains in California. And one thing I wanted to start off by saying, you guys, is every time I think of Olive Dell Ranch, I think of these views. Like, I just remember how beautiful it is being up in the mountains, perfect weather, nice and sunny. And you just feel the wind just blowing in your hair, and you just, everywhere you look, as you can see here, I mean, the views are just like incredible, you know. And this is kind of like, I don't know, I want to say, I can't decide on which views were better, these or Copper Cactus, but here in California, you're definitely up there in the mountains. And I think these are the San Bernardino mountains, maybe. I could be mistaken on what kind of mountains they are, but anyway. So, but you guys, this is in Riverside, California, and like I said, you're up in the mountains, and driving to the place, you actually don't think that you're gonna go to a resort or campground, but you just basically see mountains. And like I said, once you go in and you kind of start noticing. But what I like about this place is that you can see out, you know, in the distance, but it's kind of a little bit tucked in, you know, into the mountains. So anyway, but the pool area, you guys, is so beautiful. And like I said before, you can get views like anywhere here at the resort. So, and the pool, you guys, one thing I want to say is what I liked is they always kept it clean. They were always cleaning stuff and picking up and this and that. So I always loved going to the pool area, and everyone is really welcoming, really nice. You know, my first time here back in 2020, I believe, you know, people made me feel like I was just like one of the other people that I've been here for a while, you know. So, and they do have a sauna, a dry sauna outside of the pool area, which I thought was incredible. So that felt really nice. And that's one thing here at Olive Dell Ranch, you guys, is I just love just hanging out, enjoying myself, and being at a clothing optional resort. That is basically freedom, honestly. Like, that is just the definition of freedom, is being able to bear it all. And it's not for everybody, obviously, right? Most people are not comfortable doing so, which is fine, right? Everyone has their own preferences and their own level of you know, being comfortable with another person or in front of other people. But look at these views, you guys. This was on a trail, so like I said, the views here are just so beautiful. Like, I really wish I could have explored a little bit more, but I did take the time and opportunity to go out hiking a little bit, and I got these incredible shots, so I thought I'd show you guys. But look, you can see trails all the way up there, so there's definitely trails all the way through the mountains, as you can see here. And you know, I just there it's very intimidating. It's very intimidating, I'm not gonna lie, because the mountains are, once you get up there, it's like, I don't know, it becomes like kind of quieter, and you're way up there. So I don't know, I kind of got a little bit like a little bit nervous, you know what I mean? I didn't want to, you guys, and being in California, you know, there's, yeah, I'm sure they have mountain lions and stuff like that, and I just I always think of stuff like that, you know, especially when I'm by myself. So but I definitely always carry some type of protection on me, right? So that's definitely one thing you always want to do when you go hiking, you guys, because you never know who you'll run into or what, you know. So you always want to play it safe. But look at this view, you guys. This was up towards a different part of the resort, and you basically walk up that trail, and it leads you to just amazing views. And what I like about this trail in specific, that there's a trail of like rocks, and it basically circles up the mountain. So you're like literally going around the mountain and up. And every time you do that, you're getting more and more incredible views. So it's just, I don't know, I love that. And like I said before, what I love about resorts, or not just the fact that you're, you know, it's their clothing optional, it's the fact that they have hiking trails, beautiful views. I mean, that's what I pay for, right? It's like, that's what I want to go see when I go to these new places and places that I never visited before. And like I am showing you here, you guys, it's just, there's no other feeling like this, you know. And then seeing the sunset like that in the mountains, like, I just, every time I come here, it feels like I'm not really seeing what I'm seeing, you know what I mean? Like, maybe it's because I'm from the Midwest, and I've never experienced the, like, being out in the mountains like this. And then California's weather is warm. You know, if you were somewhere like in Tennessee, this would be cold or cooler. But you're in California, Southern California at that. And look at that, you guys. I mean, look at those views. That is insane. I mean, that's just, like, imagine filming a movie out here or something like that. I mean, you could totally do that. And I don't know, I guess this is why California is so expensive, and because the views you get living in places like this are just unlike anything I've ever seen. You know, I've been all over the country, and not even in Arizona. You know, Arizona has a lot, it's a lot more dry, obviously. But California is just lush and just very beautiful, you guys. I could go on and on. I would love to live in California, but the cost of living is so expensive. But I wanted to show you the tent site area here, and it's not exactly flat, but it is very beautiful, and they have tons of cottages lined up all along, and you can rent those. But I love tent camping, as you can see here, so that's what I love to do. I wouldn't have it any other way. So here are the cottages, you guys. You can rent those, and they were really cute looking. It looks like they have like an AC. I believe they have like a double bed or something like that. And you know, so it'll be interesting to see how those actually, like, if those actually get used a lot or not, you know. So, and by the way, you guys, don't forget to follow me on Instagram so you can see all my photography from this trip and every other episode that I've released here on YouTube about the Wild West Tour series. And this is a nighttime shot. I wanted to show you guys how beautiful it looks. And this is my lighting, but also the resort has several lights all around the place, so it's never just completely pitch dark, you know, pitch black. So that's what I like about the place as well. Everything, you guys. The bathroom is clean, all of that. Like I said it before, they do have a cafe. I've never tried the food from there, but they definitely have a cafe and everything. So, and of course, you know, one thing there's to do at Olivedale Ranch is absolutely nothing, and just enjoy your time. So that's one thing I'll recommend, you guys, and I highly recommend this place. But one thing I will say, like I said, I can't stress this enough, is they are very selective on whom they let come inside of here, you guys, because there are, it's a naturist resort, which means there are families. So they don't want anybody just coming in here and being weird or creepy, right? Obviously, you have to protect the children first. But you guys, I hope you really enjoyed this episode. I did not want to leave Olivedale Ranch, but you know, I will say I love California, but again, it is very, very expensive. Even the visit and stay here was really expensive, so I, you know, cut it short. I would have loved to spend more time here. I would have spent up to a week here, but you know, I just couldn't justify spending the amount of money I was spending each day here, which no shade to the resort because it's beautiful. But you guys, please don't forget to like and subscribe, you guys. And next, we're going to be checking out Palo Duro Canyon State Park. And then we're going to be checking out Cadillac Ranch, you guys. So don't forget to like, subscribe. Don't forget to become a member, you guys. And I'll see you in the next video. Thank you, guys. Mwah. What's up, you guys, and welcome back to another video. My name is Alex Travasio. I'm a child photographer and model. So if you already haven't done so, please like and subscribe, and let's get into today's video, you guys. What is up, you guys, and welcome back to another episode of the Wild West Tour series. So first, I want to say I hope you guys enjoyed the last episode of Olivedale Ranch. Such a beautiful place in the California mountains. So I really enjoyed sharing that with you guys. And you guys, I want to start off this episode by saying that I am glad that I'm back. I had to take a break and reinvent myself on YouTube for my YouTube channel's sake. So I'm back, you guys. And for today's episode, number 8 here on the Wild West Tour series, we're going to be exploring Palo Duro Canyon. And I've been here twice now, you guys. So I basically put a video together the best that I could with the best footage. So here you can see there's an overlook where you first kind of pull into the park, which there is a fee. I think it's like $6 or $8. I'm not sure, I forget. But you guys, look at these views. Like, these views are just incredible. I've never been to any type of canyon like this. And for me, it was just like, I don't know, it's just really surreal, you know, and you feel very, 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 very small, you know. And this is the drive. You can take a drive, and there's multiple places all around here where you can stop, and different trails all along the state park. So you guys, this is the drive down, and as you ascend into the canyons, you just start feeling like, I don't know, I couldn't really describe it. It's just, they're massive, you guys. I completely just kind of caught me off guard because I couldn't, well, I saw a creek, so that caught me off guard because I didn't think that there was going to be any water down here. But I went for 3 different, maybe 4 different points all around the state park, and I wanted to show you guys. Here's one of the places that's fairly popular. Like I said, there's a creek. And I've never seen a creek in, well, very few of them in Texas, right? Because it's very dry out in Texas. But anyway, like I said, a lot of great photo opportunities. And I had a really, really an amazing time coming out here and just exploring. You know, there was people just hiking with their partner or just with their dogs, just taking a walk along the hiking trails. And like I said, for me, I love photography, you guys, as you know. And also, you guys, don't forget to follow me on Instagram for all my photography, okay? And if you do want uncensored, go to Patreon. If you want completely uncensored, you guys, don't forget to subscribe to my OnlyFans, okay? So this was the only other view that I can get around here because this wasn't really like a mountaintop or anything, but it just kind of gave you a 360 view of everything. And I wanted to show you guys here. Like I said, this was actually close to, I think, like the information center, like the office center or whatnot. So I just decided to go and step up here and get some shots. And I wanted to show you guys how, you know, just how massive it looks. So, and you guys, so after that, I had an amazing time at Palo Duro Canyon, and I stayed at a KOA right in Amarillo, Texas. So, you know, you guys, it was really cute. You know, I really had to get some photos here because there was a lot of great photo opportunities. There wasn't too much around, but just the scenic vibes, and like we had a beautiful sunset. So it was just really, really nice. And so as you can see here, you guys, it's like there's nothing like the Texan sky. You know, it feels very, very just infinite, you know. So it's just kind of something that different for me to experience. But you guys, the stars here are really cool too. There's not a whole lot of light pollution, so you can see a lot of stars. And so that was really nice. One thing that I will say that I love about tent camping specifically is waking up like this with the fresh air, birds chirping, and all you see is like the sunrise, right? It's just the best feeling in the whole world. So you guys, for this next place we're going to be checking out, Cadillac Ranch. And Cadillac Ranch is the art installation that was created in 1974, you guys. So this is an art installation of 10 Cadillacs that were sunken into the ground. I believe the angle, they did that specific angle for a reason, you know. But anyway, so here at Cadillac Ranch, you guys, there's a place not too far from here where you can actually buy spray cans, so you can spray paint these cars, these Cadillacs here. So it was just really, really cool to do that, you guys. Where else will you get a chance to legally spray paint Cadillacs in the middle of a farm field? Nowhere. I guarantee you that. Notice I said legally, right? So it was just amazing, you guys, and it was really cool photo opportunities here too as well. So I just wanted to show you guys some few spots here, but it was just really cool, you guys. I've never done anything like this. So what I did, if you can't buy your own spray cans, excuse me, you can actually go and, oh look, somebody spray painted a look at that. You can just reach down and pick one up from the ground, you guys. So here I did help, I did save us. Okay, this was in 2020. So you know, live, laugh, and love. And then I also spray painted my name with the heart right there, you see. So like I said, you guys, you can actually pick up cans that are on the floor. Most of them are empty, right? But some of them aren't. What I did is I actually asked one person that was throwing, you know, after they were done, I was like, hey, do you mind if I use that after you're done? And they're like, yeah, no, I don't care. They're like, I'm just gonna throw it on the ground anyway. And I was like, okay, you know, so that's what I did. And like I said, you are right next to a farm, so you do have to be respectful and courteous. You know, don't go out into the field thinking you can get a selfie right next to these animals. It's like, you guys, you have to be respectful, okay? So if you ever get to visit this place in Texas, you know, just know that. And there's tons of people here from all over the world, you guys, that get to visit. So you get to see all different types of faces. And that's pretty interesting to me, you know, because you would think like, wow, in Amarillo, Texas. But yes, there's so much to do here, you guys. I really had a good time. You know, whether it was Palo Duro Canyon or Cadillac Ranch, both beautiful places, you guys, and I highly recommend you visiting Amarillo, Texas if you get the chance to do so. All right, you guys, so that's it for today's episode, and I want to thank you guys for being subscribers. If you already haven't subscribed, please like and subscribe and become a member too as well, you guys. And next episode, we're going to be checking out Monument Rocks. So I appreciate you guys very much, and I'll see you in the next episode. Mwah! What's up, you guys, and welcome back to another video. My name is Alex Travasio. I'm a child photographer and model. So if you already haven't done so, please like and subscribe, and let's get into today's video, you guys. What's up, you guys, and welcome back to episode number 10 of the Wild West Tour series. So before we get started, I just want to say that I hope you guys enjoyed episode number 9, and we went to Amarillo, Texas, and we enjoyed the Cadillac Ranch, where there's 10 Cadillacs sunk into the ground. So I really recommend you guys go check that out and spray paint one of your Cadillacs yourself, you know. And after that, we went to Palo Duro Canyon, you guys, and Palo Duro Canyon is such a beautiful place to just go and get lost. Not literally, but, you know, just figuratively, and go enjoy yourself and spend some hiking time and just really enjoy your time alone with nature. So you guys, for today's episode, we will be checking out Monument Rocks, and this place is also known as chalk pyramids. You know, they're not actually made out of chalk, but you guys, I wanted to show you here the drive into the area, because like I said, this is in a farm field, right? So this is in Kansas. You don't really think you're going anywhere, and then you just like, I almost thought, I'm like, I'm not gonna go anywhere, and boom, you arrive and you see the pyramids from far away, and it's just very exciting, very surreal to be there, because I've seen photos of it online before going, right? But I don't know, I couldn't believe that there was something like this in the middle of Kansas, you know? So anyway, you guys, you're looking at 80 million year old rock formations here. So that's what those are. This was the first landmark in Kansas by the U.S. Department of Interior as a national natural landmark. That was a lot to say, but that's really cool. So it's basically protected. And I'm really proud that nobody has done anything like that, you know, because a lot of times people would be, you know, of course, tagging up and this and that, all of that. So anyway, and some of these rock formations, you guys, are 50 feet tall. So I just thought I'd point that out to you. But like I said, it's so strange being in a place like this. Like, you feel like you're in another world. Like you feel like I've never been to Egypt or across seas, but that's kind of how you feel like you're just somewhere else, you know, and the ground is very bare. One thing I do want to say is be careful when you plan to come out here, because you don't want to come when it just rained, because as you can see, it's very flat. So it can get really muddy very quickly. But I came at a time where it was fairly dry, so everything was fine. But you guys, I hope you enjoyed this last episode. I know this was a very short episode, but I really wanted to make this on its own because I really enjoyed my time here at Monument Rocks, and it was just a beautiful time to go explore and just really end this Wild West Horse series, you guys. So all right, you guys, so we're gonna do a recap of the Wild West Horse series. So first we started off at the Great Sand Dunes National Park in Colorado. Then we went to Lake Powell in Utah / Arizona, because it's situated in both states at the same time. And then after that, we went to Zion National Park in southwest Utah. All right. And then after that, you guys, we went to beautiful Sedona, Arizona in northern Arizona. And after that, we went to our final destination, which was the Copper Cactus Ranch. So I really hope you guys enjoy that video. And that video has over 17K views. So thank you guys. And after that, we went... Well, I made the Copper Cactus Ranch deluxe version, so I hope you guys really enjoyed that video as well. And then we went to San Diego, California, okay? And I hope you guys enjoyed all the footage from that area there at La Jolla Beach. And then after that, we went to Olivedale Ranch, beautiful, serene Olivedale Ranch, you guys. And after that, we went to Amarillo, Texas to go to Cadillac Ranch, Palo Duro Canyon. And last but not least, we went to Monument Rocks, also known as Chalk Pyramids, you guys. So I really hope you enjoyed the Wild West Horse series, you guys. Thank you so much, you guys. I appreciate you. Thank you. Please like and subscribe, okay? And also join Patreon, you guys. And I will see you guys in the next episode. Thank you. Mwah.